Good afternoon, and welcome back to another episode of the Carfax. We're going to do another part to our series, Tarot 101. Today we are going to discuss the Lovers. All right. The Lovers upright is typically a positive card, right? Typically, it is a card that tells you to follow your heart, follow your instincts, your heart, when it comes to the things that you love doing, when it comes to the things that excite you, the things that bring you joy. Things are looking up, you know what I'm saying, in regards to relationships, career opportunities, work, etc., etc. Things are on a more positive tip, you know what I'm saying, or headed toward a more positive trajectory if they had at one point been negative. Know that the choices that you make, or if you're asking this question in regards to a choice needing to be made, know that whatever choice you make is going to have a significant impact on your future. Okay? Love in general. You love tacos, and if you love tacos and you indulge in tacos every single day of the year, the choice to indulge in tacos every single day of the year is going to get you overweight. Okay? Especially if you're choosing to indulge in tacos and not indulge in the things that are good for your life as well. Does that make sense? You have to be balanced in whatever it is that you decide when it comes to the Lovers, right? Because this card is very I'm gonna put it back down here, but this card is very balanced in nature. If you look at the one half of the card, you've got the woman and the garden of either tree from the Garden of Eden, right? And then on the other side, you've got this man, and his tree is on motherfucking fire. Okay, so there's this balance, or this call to pay attention to, or to be balanced, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the decisions that you're making now, because they're going to have an impact, whether positive or negative, on your future. But in most cases, when the card is upright, the decision that you make now, you're making a decision that's going to be positive for your future. So, stay out of your head, get into your heart, and go for it, right? Making sure that the things that are coming in, okay, because they can be good for your future, making sure that you don't get in your head too much and talk yourself out of these things is a big deal. Okay. Following your heart truly can be risky, but it's worth it in the long run if you are balanced about it. But that's the key. Okay. When I see the Lovers card, I don't just automatically think, oh, relationships, you know what I'm saying? No, I think balance. What does it take to be in a healthy relationship? It takes balance. It takes communication. It takes honesty. Yeah, it takes all of those things on an individual tip, okay, to be brought together with another individual who then makes this whole union beautiful. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the Lovers, it also speaks heavily to me on pattern recognition and noticing, for example, because like I said before, the Lovers is a very balanced card to me. Okay, so where there can be that Garden of Eden, there can also be flames and fire and hell to pay. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, for example, paying attention to the things in you, right, that may or may not need a little bit of work, that are regular or normal for you, but may not necessarily be the best of things, right? This card, you loving yourself, you teach other people how to love you, right? You loving yourself is what has you indulge in things that are going to be lovely for and to you, okay? And so noticing where you can get out of whack, noticing where you might be a little bit out of balance, noticing where you're putting your love for one thing, you're putting your love for one thing over the overall. You know what I'm saying? You putting your love of your career over your personal health. You see what I'm saying? It brings into question, okay, where are things imbalanced? Are things balanced? You know what I'm saying? Where is this new person, this new love interest, going to bring in positivity and balance out other things in my life? Does that make sense? So this card, in my opinion, has less to do with, now I'm not saying it don't have to do with that, okay? If it's a new love interest in your life, this card will show up to be like, hey girl, hey. You know, hey sir, ma'am, sir, hey. But also, this card, in my opinion, much like with the entire tarot, it asks questions to you, for you, okay? When it comes down to the Lovers as well, like I keep saying, the word balance, okay, is very important, because when the Lovers reverse or reverses, typically things are out of balance. You know what I'm saying? You're giving too much to one thing and not enough to another. You know, you're putting all your eggs in the basket of one piece of the puzzle and not paying any attention to the big picture, right? When the Lovers reverse, it typically is a call for shadow work, or if it shows up in regards to a relationship, it's typically saying, okay, somebody's shadow is driving the boat. Okay, somebody's shadow is in the way of this being a beautiful union. It's some work to be done. Okay, it's some balance that needs to be rebrought. Okay, when the Lovers reverse, it can speak on inequality, betrayal, and even dishonesty, right? So with the upright version, we spoke on honesty, communication being some of the individual things that are needed for a relationship in and of itself to be a beautiful union. Reversed is the exact opposite of that. Okay, now we getting unequal. Okay, it's getting to be a little bit too much you and not enough us. You know what I'm saying? It's getting to be a little bit too much me. Where do we at? You feel what I'm saying? So dishonesty and betrayal can also be a part of that, because when it comes to the Lovers reverse, for me, it also asks the question, okay, in what ways have you betrayed yourself? And where in this instance have you pocketed red flags for the sake of having something? Where have you wanted something so bad you settled for anything? You see what I'm saying? When the Lovers reversed, it can also talk about lust, materialism, and addiction to negative patterns. This is where that pattern recognition comes in. You see, from the upright meaning. When it comes to now, obviously, when it comes to the Lovers reverse, you can obviously see lust for obvious reasons. Okay, it's lots of schmudity, okay, in this depiction, right? But lust doesn't necessarily always have to do with another human being. Okay, somebody can make a job look good, and now my brain is like, damn, the money, honey. Okay, that is it. I got my mouth watering and everything. Whole time you get in a position and you figure out exactly why they was desperate to hire somebody in the motherfucking position in the first place. You see what I'm saying? You can lust for more than just another human body. Okay, that's just my personal opinion, right? Materialism, that lust and materialism go hand in hand. It was a perfect example for that. Materialism is also more than just material things. You can lust for the idea of someone. Okay, you can get greedy with the idea of someone and the things that they can do for you, and that can be your damnation. You see what I'm saying? You focus so much so on the fact that fine shit, I hate that saying, but fine shit is fine, and we're not paying no attention to the fact that they want to put they fingers and hands all over you and their nails ain't been cleaned in 3 years. Okay, we paying so much attention to the fact that, you know, she looked damn good in them jeans. Okay, in my genuine voice, in those jeans, but shorty is not taking care of her child at home. Shorty is mean to her child at home. You know what I'm saying? Etc. etc. You feel what I'm saying? Materialism for me can go deeper than just physical stuff. Just like lust can go deeper than just somebody's physicality, right? Either way, they can both be very negative traits, and they show up when the lovers is reversed. And addiction to negative patterns. This is where I asked before, okay, where in your circumference, where in your situation have you wanted something so bad that you settled for the bullshit that's been handed to you? Where in your circumference, in your situation, have you wanted to fill a void so bad that you excused away, you made excuses for, or you settled for situations, you pocketed red flags where you should have been like, get somebody else to do it. It's somebody out here for everybody, baby. I'm just not that body. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to the lovers reversed, it asks you about you. And a lot of the time, I think that's where things get a little bit mixed up with tarot in general, because while I can give you a little bit of insight on your situation, my job as a reader, it's not too much to tell you about what you should, the situation you see unfolding for you. I'm not a fortune teller, right? But I am supposed to be able to ask you the questions or to bring forward the information that you already know. You're just not quite ready to sit with yet. Okay. And the Lovers does a lot of that work. When the Lover shows up, it asks a lot of those questions. It puts that mirror to your face. Whether it's upright, where it's more positive and it's like, girl, you know, you thinking too much, just go for it. Or where it's more negative and it's like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying, you're doing too damn much. Okay, you're trying to fill a void you need to sit with. Or you're trying to fill a void with all these other things that you need to get to the root of. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's all for now. Today's Tarot 101 card was, in fact, the Lovers. We'll see you next week with the next card in the tarot here on the Card Facts. Until then, have a great week. See you later.